What is up, you beautiful happy hustlers out there? Cary Jack here with my brother, business partner, and best friend, Grant Kendzior. Grant, say what up.
Hello, you happy hustlers. Happy to be here today.
And in this special holiday episode, we are talking about 'tis the season, the giving season. And we are going to give you 4 happy hustle hacks to give this holiday season in the most efficient and effective way. And you guys are going to get some value from this one, and it'll probably make you giggle a little bit. And it'll just be a great reminder of some of the most important things to focus on this holiday season. So, without further ado, after a quick episode sponsor break, we are going to dive right into this episode. Real quick, guys, I just want to give a good, massive shout out to magbreakthrough.com that is hooking you all up with a special holiday discount for their best-selling magnesium breakthrough product. Now, this is one of my staple products for optimizing my sleep, decreasing the cortisol levels, those stress hormones inside our body, and overall just improving my immune system. Now, the thing about magnesium is a lot of people think you can just take more of it and it'll be as effective, or you could just take any of it and it'll be the same as taking another different form. But the difference between Magnesium Breakthrough and other supplements that also have magnesium is this has all 7 necessary forms of magnesium in the proper ratios, all in one capsule. So again, you guys get the hookup for listening and watching this show. Go to magbreakthrough.com/happy hustle to save yourself some moolah. And the best thing is it comes with the money back guarantee, so you got nothing to lose for the next 365 days. Try it out, see if you like it, and if you don't, send it back. All right, magbreakthrough.com/happy is the code. Now let's dive in back to this holiday episode. All right, guys, I am back with my brother, my biz partner, and my best friend Grant. And Grant just got back from a worldwide adventure, pretty much. Grant, welcome to Montana. Where were you? Tell everyone where you just were.
I was in Ras Al Khaimah in the United Arab Emirates for the Global Citizen Forum event, and then I spent a couple days in Istanbul on my way back home, and quick stop in Florida, and then here in beautiful Montana with some family time.
And the really cool thing about that is Grant had an amazing opportunity over in the UAE to present at the Global Citizens Forum. Grant, tell everyone what the Global Citizens Forum is all about.
Global Citizen Forum is a worldwide conference to bring like-minded minds of different power and influence in their own unique craft. So we had 14 international presidents, sheiks from all different emirates in the UAE, as well as a lot of different world leaders, leaders of nonprofits, CEOs of major corporations, and some of the top advocates and activists and celebrities. So it was a conference to get together these minds to talk about the future of mobility, what's happening with our global migration crisis, what's happening in the environmental crises we're all facing, and how we can come together to solve these issues and work together towards a common goal.
I love that. And one thing I want to just extract from your travels is the giving component. That ties into our topic for today. And a lot of those individuals are giving their expertise, their time, and their money to be at a conference, like that, as well as to strategize together to give back to our planet to create a positive impact. Now, I'm curious to explore that a little further. What would you say was your biggest breakthrough from the Global Citizen Forum in terms of giving?
Well, it was really interesting to see there was over 90 speakers from, like I mentioned, international presidents to masterclass hosts like Chris Voss and, celebrities like Wyclef and Eva Longoria. And we have a bunch of interesting people, and not one speaker was paid. Everybody gave their time and effort to show up there for the common good. And so everyone was giving their time. On top of that, millions of dollars were raised for charity, which was really impressive how
Wow.
Global Citizen structured that to bring together wealthy families from around the world, from the heirs to Nestle to Saudi princes. There was a lot of money in the room, and a lot of that money was being steered towards charities on the ground in Africa, projects in the Philippines, and really, helping allocate this money to causes in need in this holiday season.
I love that. And first, let us address the elephant in the room. If you are watching and not just listening, Grant and I have on our holiday turtleneck sweaters and our fancy caps. What do they even call these caps?
I don't know. Peaky Blinders hats.
Peaky Blinders,
You can't
little
see.
caps. It's worth watching the YouTube if you're just listening. But regardless, this is one of Grant's souvenirs he got us from Turkey on his way back from the UAE and Dubai. He stopped by Istanbul, Turkey, and got a bunch of awesome goods. And these are some
The
handmade
Grand
sweaters.
Bazaar, one unique place on this planet. Lots of history there, and a very just social science experiment on what goes on in that place.
Wow.
And these are some of the souvenirs from Turkey.
There you go. So I really appreciate you guys. And we wanted to not only give you something in this episode, just from the Happy Hustle and myself and Grant, but also give you some actionable tips and tactics, 4 to be exact, on how to actually give this holiday season. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to be giving out a gift that's really cool. You listening right now can actually get a gift from me, a physical gift. So stick around to the end. Now, we are going to dive into the first of the 4 tactics in order to give this holiday season. And the first one, Grant, is identify a worthy cause. Something that speaks to your soul. Talk to us about identifying a worthy cause that you can give to this holiday season.
Yeah, it's always unique for each person. We all have our own story and different things that relate to us. Cary and I, we've given back to homeless shelters. We've given back to environmental causes of planting trees. We've given back to charities teaching and educating, empowering the youth. Things that were very important to us were our loves in nature and that. I've worked with kids with disabilities, as a charity I gave back to for years. It's finding something that really speaks to your ethos as a human being. Something that's relatable. Maybe you have a family member that's suffering from a disability, so you want to support that, or a cancer research, because you have a family member or yourself that suffered in that way. So there's always finding something that really connects to your heartstrings. It's the most important thing in my eyes. And you might have to do a little soul searching for that, which is a beautiful process. And also, it's really good to get local. There's a lot of big charities out there. 90% of the charity wealth goes through, I think, 5% of charities. It's like all of the money goes towards, the Boys and Girls Clubs or Salvation Armies and these, bigger charities. But there's so much power in the local nonprofits. So finding something in your community that speaks to you so you can go there and touch and feel it and see that impact firsthand.
I love that. And it really is important, right now to identify something that you actually care about, a cause. Maybe it's an individual, maybe it's a family that you can even give gifts to, or, as Grant mentioned, an environmental cause that's actually making a positive impact. Find something that is actually meaningful to you that gives you fulfillment when you give to them or to the individual. So the first step in this, holiday season is identify a worthy cause, okay? And already this holiday season, through one of my affiliate partner companies and just really awesome humans, Brand Builders Group, we found these by we, I mean AJ and Rory more so, and the team found a cause in Nashville that is giving gifts to young women who have been orphaned or molested or beaten or experienced some type of adversity. So I chipped in to buy gifts, and specific ones at that, as well as, a cause here in Montana that is helping with kids with special needs actually, ride horses, and it's adaptive horsemanship training. They also have some cool causes where you take them snowboarding and skiing and ice skating. So it's giving to causes that, mean something to you, as well as I know Grant and I, we both donate to Kiva and the Sea Shepherd, You know, these are causes that I like to actually give back to, and you just have to find ones that speak to you. You know, stuff that is really important for you, that it's going to be different for everyone. So that's the first step. The second one is give time, give money, or give expertise, right? So now that we identified this cause, people think, oh, we just have to have money to give. But really, there's other forms of giving. There's time and there's expertise as well as money. Talk to us about these different forms, Grant.
Yeah, you know, your support can come in so many ways. Nonprofits, especially the smaller ones, need help and assistance and expertise more than they really need, you know, money in a lot of cases. You know, sometimes they have the funding, but they don't have the manpower to execute, and they rely on volunteers, or they don't have the strategy that some of us, you know, higher level business people are able to, you know, execute. So one of my personal best ways is to make an impact is to give my time and expertise. And, you know, I do that locally in Ocean Ridge, Florida with Wise Tribe as an organization, you know, from helping plan their fundraising galas to doing their entire streamlined online, you know, donations and running donation campaigns, because I have experience, you know, in online marketing and business marketing, you know, helping on those ways to, you know, working boots on the ground like we have in Guatemala with Kona Hell. You know, we volunteered months of our time working with the Mayan indigenous communities, feeding impoverished children in different ways in these overlooked communities. And, you know, giving our time there was more valuable than money, because by giving our time, we were able to help them raise 5 times more than they did in the year before, just because we created a strategy to execute. So sometimes that time and, you know, expertise is more valuable than money. But if you're one of those people that have so much, you know, going on, you don't have that time, or, you know, you might have the expertise, but you don't have the time to give, you know, then it's great to give that money, you know. And what was the last podcast you had on Family Wealth? They give 10% of their, you know, every check that comes in the door, they give 10% out. And I feel like, you know, the secret to living is giving, a quote we both have lived by for our entire life. And, you know, whatever that number is for you, but every little bit counts, and the more you give, the more you receive. You know, it's how the world works. So finding a way to give that works best for you.
Exactly. And just to echo that point, you know, oftentimes giving your expertise and giving your time is more valuable than money. And Grant brought up a really great example. You know, in Guatemala specifically, when we gave our time and our expertise, they were able to collect more money throughout the life of the organization, which is still active today because we helped set up an infrastructure, right? We educated and created a system. It's that old cliche adage, but, you know, you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man how to fish, he eats for life. And so think about that when you are giving. Now, number 3 ways to really, you know, give effectively and efficiently this year, and just more so a happy hustle hack this holiday season, is to give love and attention to your family and your friends, right? And this is a big one, because I know when we all get around our family and our friends, we still have stuff going on in our personal lives, in our businesses, you know, but one of the most important things that you can give is your love and your attention. So talk to us about that, Grant.
Time is our most precious commodity on this planet, you know, and if we can give our time to our family, it means more than buying them a bunch of gifts. Or buying, you know, a trip here or there, or whatever. That it's all meaningless. But if you really can take that time to connect, you know, so that attention part that he's saying, it's like you might be there, but if you're sitting on your phone or watching football games, you're not attentive to the family and their needs. You know, so really empathizing and giving them that attention. You know, put your devices away and be really present with your family and friends. You know, make the effort. You know, it was a lot for me to fly all the way back from the United Arab Emirates and, you know, to come here to Montana. But, you know, family is a priority in my life, so I made the time and the effort, you know, and we'll put out the attention this week to really connect with my family, you know, and it's like, make that effort. It's something you will never regret, you know, is showing up. And come with, you know, your armor off and, you know, your sword down. You know, family can always get heated, so it's making sure to come with that beacon of peace and love, you know, like Cary said. It's like coming with love, to that, being vulnerable and, releasing the past and just really being present in the moment in time. We all went through a lot the last couple of years with COVID, and we're so grateful to have our family members and our friends in our life. So it's so important to really just give love.
So true. So well said. Love and attention. Arguably the most valuable things you can give someone. Love and attention. And what do they say now? We have an 8-second attention span. So you think about that. I mean, if you can just sit down and have an honest eye-to-eye conversation with your loved ones this holiday season, that could go so far. It could mean so much. So really be present, be grateful, give love, give attention this holiday season to those you care about. Now, bringing it home with the number 4 Happy Hustle hack to give this holiday season, and that is give yourself time to reflect. And I love this one. I think it's so imperative that we give ourselves this time to reflect, especially because it's the end of the year and we have all big goals to crush in 2022. So Grant, elaborate on this point.
Well, reflection is such a powerful point, man. Whatever way you want to do it, if it's going backwards to think of the Christmases when you were a little kid, that feeling you got when you ran down the stairs and saw the tree and it was time to unwrap presents, think of all that love and energy your family gave out to you, and now that you're this adult or, whatever age you are listening, it's important to, reflect on these memories, and these, the holidays always bring back memories. There you go. But it's really important to reflect in every aspect of our life. Coming to the end of the year, like I said, it was a crazy couple of years for almost everyone out there in the world. And taking that time to, hone into yourself, and you'll be able to show up more and be more attentive with your family. Even if it's a 10-minute walk by yourself, just taking that time for you to charge, to give yourself love, is so important in this holiday season. Give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far through the year without, dying, without,
Yep.
losing everything. You're here in this moment. Reflect on all it took to get here in this moment, and, how grateful you are to be alive, So just make the time and really give yourself that attention, that love as well in this holiday season.
Yeah, it's really well said. I did an episode recently on the 3 most important end of the year questions, and I want to just reference them here. When you are taking that time to reflect, these 3 questions can often be a beacon of light. What should I start doing? What should I stop doing? And what should I keep doing? So 3 important questions to think about. What should you start doing in 2022? Think of your goal for 2022. Get very crystal clear on your number 1 personal goal and number 1 professional goal. Then reverse engineer the process and figure out what you need to start doing in order to achieve those 2 major goals. What should you stop doing? Meaning, hey, what's not serving you, from 2021, and what should you leave behind moving forward into 2022? And then what should you keep doing? Something that is actually effective, something that you have been doing that is working. What should you continue into 2022 doing? So those 3 questions can give you this time to reflect, and it's really important to take this time. Maybe, not when you're with all your family at the Christmas dinner table or whatnot, but you actually take the time when maybe there's a lull in this entertaining phase, if people are coming to your house or you're going to others, and find yourself, a nice pocket of time. I would recommend minimum an hour of time to really truly reflect, get a journal out, answer those 3 questions, and really map out your 2022 goals. Think about how you want to show up in the world, how you want to give into 2022, and some of those different qualities that are needed to essentially bring out the best version of yourself moving forward. So those are the 4 Happy Hustle hacks for this holiday giving season. And, repeating them one more time. 1, identify a worthy cause. 2, give your time, your money, and your expertise. 3, give love and attention to your family and friends. And 4, give yourself time to reflect. Now, I do want to mention that little special gift we're talking about, and this is going to be a giveaway for those action takers who are listening and watching. We have 5 copies of the Happy Hustle. The Happy Hustle. 10 alignments to avoid burnout and achieve blissful balance. My new book, it's out and about, and I'm going to mail you a copy if you're one of the first 5. All you got to do is just post on your Instagram or Facebook story tagging at Cary__Jack and screenshot it, and then send me a picture in my DMs too. But tag that and tag I am a happy hustler. So you are going to get a book sent right to you if you're one of the first 5 to do that. My team will follow up. We'll get your address, and then we'll send it right out. So that's a little holiday gift to you. I so appreciate you guys listening and watching the Happy Hustle podcast. I cannot believe we're top 0.5% of all podcasts globally based on downloads. It's pretty amazing, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm just so honored to give my time and, my wisdom throughout this journey that I've been acquiring and continue to acquire, and my brother's time and his wisdom and his, heart and love. We're here showing up, and we want to just give to you guys, and this book is just one great way to do so, as well as, episodes like this, just to remind you what's really important this holiday season. So thank you again. Grant, any final words for the Happy Hustlers out there?
Well, I first want to congratulate you on all the hard work and where Happy Hustle has, grown to. It's super impressive in your heart to give back. And for all you Happy Hustlers out there that haven't got the book yet, read it 4 times already and have been implementing it. I've heard excellent feedback from everyone that has read it so far, and it's already changing lives, and it can change your life if you buy a copy and you implement it. So I highly encourage you to jump on this offer. And I also just want to remind you to ground yourself in gratitude in this season. Sometimes it can be really heated around family, and the holiday seasons can bring up some sad memories as well, or nostalgia, from new places or old memories and everything that you're dealing with. But come back to gratitude and really take that time to, be grateful for all that you have in your life, whatever holidays you're celebrating this season. Just really get back to gratitude. It's a fundamental truth of any religion, and that gratitude is the way.
Nailed it. Love that. Gratitude is the way, my friends. Now it's time to get out there and happy hustle your dream reality, full of passion, purpose, and positive impact. I'm Cary Jack with my brother Grant, and we are out. Peace and love, y'all. And one more thing, guys, I just want to let you know that if you're not one of the first 5 who got the Happy Hustle book for free, you can still get it by just paying shipping and handling at thehappyhustlebook.com. This is 150 power pack pages on how to actually implement the 10 alignments to avoid burnout and achieve blissful balance in your life. So go to thehappyhustlebook.com to get yourself a copy today. Thanks again for watching and listening. We are out. Peace and love. Nice.